This, if you don't watch any other part of the video, maybe this is why you should be watching this video when it comes to identity and relationships. A lot of the times, and listen carefully for this one, because this might actually be you speaking or listening or watching this right now. This might be you, okay? Sometimes we attach ourselves to people who, what's going on, my smart hearts? Welcome to the Smart Love channel. My name is Onaje Smart, a licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of California and soon to be many other states. Here to guide you on all things relationships so that you can have the healthy and thriving relationships that you desire in whatever form they may look like. Okay, let's get into today's topic. Today we're going to be talking about identity. What is the identity of you as an individual in the relationship, and how does that participation within the relationship and that identification within the relationship help you to become a good partner, a bad partner, or a partner that may not show up at all? So let's get into this straight away and talk about what identity is. Your identity is basically your personal relationship and relation to who you say that you are. So think of this as you manifesting or putting in the work into becoming the person that you desire to be on a consistent basis, and that becomes your new identity. How does identity affect you when it comes to your relationships? Because we identify as certain types of people, we also relate to other certain types of people. That makes sense, right? So let's say if I identify as a family man, the type of girl that I usually would go for or associate with would probably be some woman who is also a family woman, someone who is, for example, good with kids, knows how to keep a household together very easily, is very organized and structured in that way, and actually cares to have children and a family in the future. That's who I should gravitate towards. Herein lies the problem. What happens when the thing that you identify with, or the person who you identify to be, does not match with what you do in real life, the actions that you are actually doing within your life, and what happens when the person that you align with doesn't align with the person you identify with? So let's get into some actual examples so you guys get a clear picture of what this means and how it can help or hinder you when it comes to relationships. Okay, let's talk about identity that does not match the person that you are inside. Let's talk about it from the perspective of the gym. Let's say I identify as a super buff, in shape, always going to the gym person, but my actions don't align with that very identity that I say that I am portraying, that I claim to be. If I was truly this gym going person, right, I would be in the gym all the time. I would have a regimen and a routine that facilitates and actually helps that goal of mine. I would have friends and family. I would even support certain content and consume certain content that is related to fitness. Now, if all these things aren't the actions that I'm taking, then I probably don't actually have an alignment within myself. This is what we call a misalignment or a crisis of identity. That can happen in different stages and to different degrees. So, this incongruence or this lack of cohesiveness when it comes to my identity leads there to be some type of internal struggle between those two parts of myself. So the part of myself that's maybe lazy and is trying to chill on the weekend and ain't trying to go to the gym, versus this idealized version of myself that would love to hit the gym and love to go and be this super fit person and invest $1 million into my body like LeBron. So that's what happens on an individual level. Let's say we take that same example and then we expand it towards a relationship, right? Let's say I am this kind of lazy, not really fit person that we described earlier, but I'm trying to go after this super bad, fine ass girl at the gym who's there all day, every day at 7 a.m., does the same routine. I could damn near tell you my routine, her routine, just based off of like the times I have been at the gym. She's super about her fitness, her nutrition. She's vegan. She has a lifestyle where she does yoga and does all these other bike riding and all these other things on the weekends. So she does all this stuff, right? That does not align with what I am or who I am as a person. And yet, I still want that woman to be the person who I'm with. Why? This, if you don't watch any other part of the video, maybe this is why you should be watching this video when it comes to identity and relationships. A lot of the times, and listen carefully for this one, because this might actually be you speaking or listening or watching this right now. This might be you, okay? Sometimes we attach ourselves to people who we wish we identified with within ourselves. So what that means is, if I actually desire to become this super fit person, I might try to attach myself to someone who is super fit already in a romantic way. But what I'm trying to do is use that person as a proxy for my actual own goals. So instead of me challenging myself to be in the gym 24/7, to be that gym rat, to be on my nutrition and all those other things, I rather pursue somebody who's doing that. And then by proxy to that achieved goal that I have as an individual for my identity, I feel more secure, I feel more safe. But that's fleeting, because if your identity is tied up in another individual based off of the characteristics and the skills that they have, once those characteristics and skills are gone, let's say you guys break up or you guys don't work out or she rejects you from the jump, then where is your identity then? Then you might have another crisis of identity because you feel like the person who's your idealized partner in the version of yourself is rejecting you. And therefore, it's a rejection of that identity that you claim to have. So this is why it's really important for you as a person, man, woman, they, them, whoever, however you identify, to identify securely prior to getting into a relationship. Now, this is not to say that you have to have everything figured out. Like, I know exactly who I am at all times, 24/7. I have no doubt in myself or no insecurities or no flaws. That's not what we're talking about here. That's not realistic, and it's not healthy to even have that expectation of yourself, okay? So don't do that. But it is important to have certain core values instilled in you in order to have a successful relationship. So you don't attach yourself to other people based off of your lack of security within yourself. And that's why having a strong, solid identity is so important and crucial to healthy relationships. It's an inside job. Don't assign that to somebody on the outside, okay? All right, y'all. That's it for today's video. If you like this content, definitely like the content, subscribe to this channel for more helpful tips, and share this video with anybody else who you know might be struggling with some types of identity or struggling with when it comes to relationships in general. All right, y'all. The next video that is going to be right here, I think, here, one of them, it's going to be in the video area. It's going to be talking about those core values that we discussed a little bit earlier in this video. The core values that make up your identity. What are they? How do you get them? What is this core value thing all about? And how can it help me to have a beautiful, long, and sustaining, thriving relationship? Check that video. Check that video out next, and I'll catch you over there. Until next time, peace and love. Smart love.